Hello everybody. Well, today it's been 2 months now that I've owned my Hydor 450. So I think what we're going to do is break it apart and see what happened. So far I'm very impressed with it. It's in my 55. Oh, let's get some glare there. I got the spray bar across the back. It has lots of flow. 2 months later it seems to still be flowing very well. So let's set it up and let's pull it apart and see what happens. So the first thing we got to do with this is, sorry for the bad lighting, but we're going to pull the power. So if you see right here, we also have 2 valves that are attached to it. So we're going to turn off the valves so no water leaks back. And if you also notice, I got it in a nice little plastic tub here so that it won't leak all over the place, just in case. So if you look right here also, here are the attachments. So we just unscrew these, very easy to do. This is the 450, by the way. And a little bit of water comes out. Not much, but enough that you're going to make a mess if you don't have something underneath it. So again, we'll pull it apart, and there, see, just a little bit of a drip. Okay, so now pull it out of here. So let's set this up and now into the kitchen, and I'll bring it over to the kitchen and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen, and let's see if I can get you a little closer so you can see what's going on. Okay, my only one complaint at this point is this thing's heavy. So we just pull those apart, and on the side here you got 2 little levers, and we open those. Now this is the first time I'm opening it up. I'm opening it up in 2 months. So let's see what this looks like. Apparently there's quite a bit of water in here. So I guess we gotta drain this as the first step. We'll look at that in a bit. Okay, so like I said, first time in 2 months. So if I'm correct, if I just reach in here, I should be able to pull up, and this is the cover. Has a little bit of debris on it, not much. Here is the floss, which again, yeah, I guess it's pretty dirty. Next, we got the bio rings, which aren't all that dirty either. It's getting dirtier as I get deeper. The next step of bio rings, and the last one, which should be the sponge. And the water is filthy. So first thing I'm going to do is dump this out and get it out of our way so we can continue on. And just to show you the actually, it's not as dirty as I expected it to be for 2 months use. Okay, there's my first problem I don't like. Okay, so we'll just put that there. Quit making a mess on the floor. So here's my sponge. Let's see, how do you take this out? I guess. Oh, there's a bit of garbage in here, not much. So we'll rinse that. Well, for 2 months, I'm pretty impressed. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to rinse all the rest of these out, because there's really not much more to show you but how to rinse them out. And I'll get back to you in a few moments to show you how we put it back together. So just looking at this, I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself a new piece of floss for it. So I don't think I'm in your way, but in case I am. So I'm just measuring up the, and as you see, it has a little hole in it right here. So all I'm going to do is figure out about where the hole is. And I'm just going to slip that on top of the other piece. Now, there. I think that works. Okay, so the next step is we're going to put it all back together. Which starts off with our foam. And you could only put them in one way. If you can't put them in the wrong way, oh, you could. Oh, well, that's dumb. Okay, you can only put it in one way. I don't know how I feel about that all of a sudden. And we're going to line up all these little circles. And then you get the last piece, which sits right like that on top of the whole thing. Now while I'm in here, and while I got you on film, let's take a look. So the motor, the propeller, we just pull this out. Oh. And you see it's a little slimy in here, so we're just going to rinse that off. It's a good sized propeller in here. It's easy to take out. Good sized magnet because you feel it going back in. So I think that's about it. So before I put it back, so that we don't drain the aquarium, okay, I guess before I put it back on the tank, I'm going to show you how we put it back together as I pour water all over the place. This inlet goes into the hole, so it sits this way. Make sure they... Now it has two here, and it has two here. Now I would suggest always closing these ones up first, because that pulls it right down, seals it. Then these should slide over nice and easy. There's one on each side. Now we're done. So now we'll go take it over to the tank. Okay, so here we are back at the tank, and I hope you guys can see me and not sit here and stare at the back of my head. So it has an outlet and an inlet. And they're both different sizes, so you cannot mix up the hosing. So we'll just put it, oh, maybe we should have drained that. Oh well, it'll evaporate. Put it right back in there like so. Find my hoses. Make sure you're not cross-threading them. They're going nice and smooth. and make sure your piping, the valves are where you want them. I must say, for 2 months having this, I would recommend it to everyone and anyone. I'm very impressed. It's a nice, quiet machine. It seems to have a good power behind it. I can't remember what it was. Okay, so next up, we're going to open up the valves. Now, if you listen, because I had them turned off, you can actually hear it filling. And if you look inside the tank, or you can hear it, there's actually air being pushed into the spray bar. So the next step is plug it in, I guess. That was easy. Super easy. And there I go. I'm done. Well, that was the easiest clean I left, except for the water on the floor. That was the easiest clean I've ever done. So there you go. 2 months, and I'm impressed. Thank you very much for watching, and if you like what I'm doing, definitely subscribe. Please leave a comment down below, and I will talk to you all again soon. Thank you.